My challenge to give you lots of exercises to really work the core, all the glutes, yeah, inner and outer thighs. That's what we're going to be doing. So come down onto your mat. Let's put the feet inside the band. And I'm going to keep it as much Pilates as possible. All right, so you still remember the exercises that we've been learning over these last couple of years together. So let's have the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Bring yourself down onto the mat. And I want you to think about throughout this video or throughout this workout is pressing out slightly on the band at all times. Okay, if you haven't got a band, you can still think of it slightly externally rotating the legs so you're getting that work in the glutes. Here we go, starting with a pelvic curl. So take a breath in, breathe out, pull the belly button in, tilt your pelvis towards you, and let's start to peel the spine up. And as you're peeling up, you're pressing out slightly on the band. So you're going to feel this all around the glute here. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Relax through the chest and come down through the spine onto the mat. So we're doing both active and isometric work today. So you're going to exhale to tilt. Press out on those knees. So we're really working the glutes as we peel up, push up, push up. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out slowly, coming down through the spine. Keep those knees going out all the way down. So that's your isometric work. Yes, we're keeping that part of the body still. So take a deep breath in, exhaling to tilt. Rolling that spine up, pushing up through those hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relaxing through the chest. Slowly coming down, making sure you're using your core all the way through the movement. Deep breath in. Exhaling to tilt. And roll that spine up. Good. Inhale to hold. And exhale. Slowly coming back down. On the next one, we're going to go up, but we're going to stay up in the air. So you're going to take a deep breath in, breathing out to tilt, peeling that spine up, and reaching up with those hips. Now, trying to keep that sense of being up with the hips so it doesn't go into your lower back. I want you to tilt your pelvis a little. So think of your pubic bone coming upwards. So you're going to feel it a little bit more in those glutes. And then from there, I want you to see if you can press out on the band and back. So a little outward movement, out and back, out and back, out and back. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, try and tilt that pelvis up a little more. Yeah, that real extra little booty burn there. Then take a breath in. Breathing out, you're going to slowly come back down, all the way down onto your mat. Good. Now pull your tummy muscles in and let's float those legs up off the floor. So we're going to get this lower core work, lower tummy work here. We're going to keep the knees apart, just pressing out gently on the band. You're going to take your arms out to the side. We're going to go into the spine twist exercise. So you're going to inhale, keeping your upper body still, but taking your knees to the right. And then you're going to exhale to come back. Other way. So you're going to inhale, exhale. So we are pressing out on the band. Knees are just a little bit wider than your hips. We don't want to go all the way to the floor though, because we want to control this with the core. Okay, so if you let the knees drop onto the floor, you're not really using your core muscles. All right, we want to really get that benefit of the movement. So we're going to add a little something to it shortly. So as you go over to the right now, you're going to hold that position, and now you're going to pull your right knee down to the floor, bring it back up, and then come back to the center. Going the other way, you're going to go left. That's it. Now left knee goes down, comes back up, and we return. So we're going to inhale, exhale, lower the knee. Inhale, lift the knee, exhale, come back to center. So you can do that breath if you want. Otherwise, just keep breathing. That's the main thing. Keep breathing. And up. Good. So over. Right knee down. Right knee up. And back to center. And over. Left knee down. Left knee up. And back to center last time. Over. All right, so this is working your glutes, your lower abdominals, your thighs. And last one, over. Press down. Press up. And back to center. Well done. Okay, so from here, we're going to do the 100 exercise because I want to really work that core. All we're going to do with the legs is extend the legs up as straight as you're comfortable being, and then as wide as you're comfortable going. And we're going to hold that position. It's going to work you all the way down the outer thighs into the glutes. You're going to hold that position, and we're going to take a deep breath in, arms overhead. Exhale, you're going to come up to here. Now, if you're not comfortable being up, you can have your head down and still do the whole exercise. Okay, so take a deep breath in and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Now come up a little bit higher. Well done. Bend your knees, stay up and take your band. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the band around the feet. Okay, and then you can take your chest down. So you're going to have to press out slightly on those feet because you don't want the band to be slack. All right, and we're going to do single leg stretch, which is a Pilates exercise. So we're going to either, any issues with your lower back, you can tip back slightly. If you want to challenge yourself, bring your pelvis to neutral. That means you're going to have a little gap under here, and your pubic bone, your hip bones are all going to be level. And then from there, you're going to keep your right knee exactly where it is, but you're going to press the left leg out to straight and bring it back, okay? So I would suggest put your hands here so you know what you're doing. Now press the right leg away. And bring it back. And I want you to alternate legs. And don't think speed, think resistance. Really press out. This is working the whole back of the leg. I can feel it's really strong actually. Back of the leg, back of the glutes. All right, that's it. Keep that going. If you want, you can put your hands on your hips once you know what you're doing. Press. So you feel this leg that's bent. You've got to resist with that leg as you press down with the other. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. All right, so from there, I want you to take the heels down. Reach the legs out. Well done. And I'm going to roll away from you so you can see this next exercise. You're going to roll onto your side. Okay, keeping the band where it is. Lying completely on your side. All right. And then from here, we're going to try and lift the top leg up. So just the top leg's going up and lower down. But I don't want you to ever let go of the tension in the band. So we have a little bit of tension, and then we have a little more as we lift up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now you're going to point your toes and you're going to try and lift both legs up. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold those legs in the air and bring the bottom leg only down and back up. Down and back up. Down and up. Down and up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then I want you to roll back onto your back. Bring your legs in and just pull your knees in for a moment, because you're probably feeling that quite a lot around that hip there. So just draw those legs in. Okay, let's take the feet down. We're going to come onto the other side now. So reach the legs out, roll onto your side. Tummy muscles in. Okay, top leg you're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to try and lift both legs. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those legs in the air. Lower the bottom leg and bring it up. Lower it down and bring it up. Good. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Rolling onto your back, bringing those feet in. That's it. Well done. We're going to keep the band there for a moment because I'd like to do one more set of the single leg stretch, but we're going to add the crisscross exercise. So that's the rotational exercise. So I'm going to show you, if you have osteoporosis, you don't want to lift your head for any reason, tension in the neck, fine. Keep your head down, that's absolutely fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to send the left leg out, right knee pulling in. You're going to lift up. Those that want to add crisscross, you're going to take your hands behind your head. Sorry, I'm just going to move my microphone down. Hands behind your head. And as you bring the knee in, you're going to try and bring opposite elbow to the knee. So left elbow towards the right knee, and then we're going to switch. So really got to do this with control. So you can feel there's many challenges with it. Rotation. So think of trying to really wring out the center of the body, so you can really feel that twist in the waistline, and rotate. And rotate, and rotate. So we don't want speed, we want resistance. Each time, how far can you go with those feet? And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring those knees in and come and lie down. Well done. Okay, excuse me, I'm just adjusting my microphone. Okay, so from here, I want you to send those legs straight up in the air. All right, you're going to put your hands quite close to the body, palms down, tummy muscles in. And we're just going to press out and back, press out and back, out and back, out and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring right leg forward, left leg away. Switch, switch. So this is quite small. So obviously you've got the band, you've got to work with that band, but we are working through front of the thighs, back of the thighs, and 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bend your knees, and then we're going to bring that band, slide it back up so it is above your knees. Okay, bands do tend to, the latex ones do tend to roll a little. That's completely normal, don't worry. Put your feet down. Okay, pelvic curl. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, peeling up, all the way up. Okay, we're going to try the bridging exercise. So any issues with your back, you can place your hands under here to get your pelvis nice and high, but also supported. Otherwise, you want to rely on your glutes. Press your hands into the floor. We're going to start with lifting the heel. So right heel lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go on to the left leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to roll down. Give yourself just a moment of release in that back. Let's roll back up. So exhale, tilt the pelvis, peeling back up. Now we're going to stay on the right leg for 8, and we're going to try and lift the knee this time. So you're going to feel a lot more resistance. So lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Take a moment, push that pelvis up so we're not going into that back. Let's really use these glutes. Left leg. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, coming all the way down. Well done. Bring those knees into the chest for a moment. Fantastic. Now let's take the band. Let's put it back around the feet. Okay. Press out slightly on those feet. A little bit of abdominal work. So we're going to reach up, abdomen and legs. And I want you to make sure that you are pulling in, so you're not going to go into your lower back. And we're just going to lower the legs down and lift them back up. So you're pressing out on the band as you lower and lift back up. Lower and lift. And we're trying to keep really stable in the spine. So we're not letting the pelvis go with the legs. It's not tipping. As the legs lower, if anything, you want to be tipping upwards. All right, so you're really deepening that work in the core. Well done. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. Bring those legs back into this position. Let's press out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those legs up. Take a deep breath in. Let's lower them all the way down to the mat. Well done. Now we're going to do a little roll up. So we're going to take those feet apart, arms overhead. So this is for your core as well. Press your ribs down. All right, you're going to inhale to move your arms, your head, your chest. You're going to exhale, pull your abdominals in, coming up. Let's keep those feet flexed, all right? And let's try and reach over forward. Okay, then you're going to inhale, exhale, coming back. So keep pressing out on that band. Don't let that band go loose. That way you're always working your thighs, outer thighs, your glutes, and over. Inhale. Exhale as you go back. Good, deep breath in. Exhale up and over. Now, if you're feeling adventurous and your body feels okay, let's make this a little bit more dynamic. So you're going to go over and down and lift and come back. Deep breath in and over. Inhale. Exhale back. 2 more. And back and lift and over, up and back. Well done. All right, so what I'm going to do is get you to come back up, and you're going to put the band around your ankles. And again, we're going to try and roll over. Okay, and you want to keep feeling that resistance. Okay, and we're going to do a little bit of work like so. Okay, so first thing to do is going to bring your hands around. I want you to rest your forehead on the hands here. I want you to press out into the band so you can feel some resistance on the outer thigh muscles and the glutes. And then I want you to see if you can turn your legs out so you'll really feel your glutes firing up. So rather than your knees facing the mat, you want to rotate in the hips and have that feeling of the knees facing out. You're really going to feel that here. Okay, and once you've got that position, pull your tummy in, press your pelvis forward, and then lift the legs up and down, up and down, lift and lower, lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now keep pressing out, but now bend at the knees. So you're taking your knees wide, but you're also taking those feet out, creating again resistance in the glutes. Then we're going to do a little lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring your knees together for a moment, and I want you to adjust that band so it is around your feet. Can you see? All right, and then we're going to reach those legs out, and we're going to do the swimming exercise with the legs. So swimming exercise in Pilates, we have to do our best, and it's very difficult, to keep from bending the knees. You want your legs really straight. So let's start by pulling the tummy in, pressing the pelvis forward. So that brings it out of your lower back. We want the legs straight as it lifts, so you really are working your glutes. We don't want it so much hamstring. We want more glutes, okay? So you're going to lift both legs up, and then you're going to start to just paddle those legs. So imagine you're swimming in the ocean. All right, so we're just going like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you're just going to keep that going. We're going to add the breathing. So take a deep breath in and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hold the legs in the air and press out, out, out. So they're in the air and they're going out to the side. Good. That's it. Nearly there. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! And relax. Roll onto your back. We're going to take the band off. All right, we're just going to release everything. So leave that band where it is. All right, bring your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring those knees in. Take them out to the side and around. In, out, and around. In, out, and around. Good. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now place your left foot on the ground, right ankle across that knee, and I want you to press out. Oh, that feels good. On that right knee. You can feel where it's really stretching everything out. We've just been working. So just holding it there. Now lift your left heel up and press the back of your left hip into the floor. Now if you can, I want you to lift that left leg up. That's it. Hands around the left thigh, and I want you to take that right elbow and press it into that knee. Now extend your left leg all the way up, as far as you can stretch it, flexing the foot, pointing the toes, flexing the foot, pointing the toes. One more, flex and point, bend that leg, and let's change sides now. So left ankle across the right knee, gently pressing out, finding that stretch where you need it. Lifting the right heel up, and then if you're so inclined, you can lift the whole leg up. Press that left elbow into the left knee. Nice stretch there. Now extending that right leg up as far as you can. You're going to flex and point, flex and point, and flex and point. Well done. Take those legs down, and then very gently bring yourself up to sitting. You're going to come and face me, and what I want you to do, excuse me, is put the bottom of your feet together. Okay, and then just get those feet as close to you as is comfortable on your knees. All right, we're going to hold on to the ankles. We're going to take a breath in. You're going to breathe out and just going to press out on those knees and just feel that nice stretch there. Well done. You're going to come up. This leg you are going to put here. This leg is either going to go here, or if you're able, take it over the top. This bottom cheek, let's get that down. Opposite arm around. Now lift up through your spine. Take this hand behind you. And as you hug this knee to your chest, Try and rotate and look behind you, finding that stretch all the way through here. Well done. And let's finish by doing the other side. All right. That's it. So make sure that other bottom cheek is down, hand around, lift up, and then hug the knee in as you rotate. Well done. And coming back. And that is your session for today. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Do press the like button if you enjoyed the session. I would love you to put a comment below as well. If you need to go, then have a great day. If you want to stick around, I'll be on the chat for the next 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. See you again soon. Bye for now. Well done, everyone. I hope that worked for you today. A little bit of improvisation there to try and find lots of new ways to work the booty without doing the old knees in. Because I know some people say some of the squats that a lot of the videos do are squats, aren't they, with the band? And they can be really, really tough on the knees. Maybe if you did a big session yesterday or the day before, you don't want to do that necessarily. So there's an option for you. All of that was very much focused on the glutes, all 3 of the glutes, yes, because you've got 3 glute muscles. We also did quite a bit of hamstring work. We also worked the front of the thighs, and we also had quite a lot of core work in there as well, and a nice stretch at the end. So let me know what you think. And yes, if you need to go, do press that like button before you pop off for your day. And just a reminder about a few things we've got going on. So we've got the March playlist, that's Get Fit in 31 Days. We're on to day 20. So day 20 is getting into the much more intermediate advanced work. So please do give it a go. But if it doesn't feel right for you, then absolutely go and pick another video. My husband told me this morning that I've done 300 of these videos now. I can't believe how much we've done. It's amazing, isn't it, over the last couple of years. But do check out the playlist because there really is something for everyone on that. Also, to just remind you, I will be back the same time next week. I am also going to be here this Friday. I haven't got round to posting the notification of the Friday workout, but I'm going to work on that tomorrow because I've just had a really crazy busy time lately because, as many of you know, I had my book published just a week ago, and I've been doing lots and lots of bits and pieces for that. So for those of you in the UK, you might start seeing some press about it coming quite soon now. So I'm really looking forward to that myself. If you haven't got a copy already, I wrote it, so it's the sort of thing that you can take anywhere with you. You can pop it in your suitcase if you're going on holiday. It's also what I would say is a kind of a brief guide to the background to Pilates, because I think Pilates has become really popular. And for those of you who haven't been doing it for a long time, there's a whole theory behind it, a technique behind it. And if you've got a full certification, as I have, you have to learn so much more than the exercises. So, you have to learn your anatomy, but you have to learn the history of the movement, all about Joseph Pilates, how and why he did what he did. I've read a couple of his books as well, which are amazing. So I've tried to incorporate quite a lot of that philosophy in the front of the book, because that will really give you an idea of the right mindset to have when you come to exercise, okay? Particularly when you come to your Pilates. So if you can, do get a copy of the book. Kerwin will post the links if he hasn't already on the chat. And I am going to do a May 2nd. May 2nd is when the book will be out in the US and worldwide. It's out in the UK now, as of last week, but the rest of the world is May 2nd. So on May 2nd, I'm going to do an extra special 1-hour workout. And that's actually going to be a mix of not a mix, it's going to be the intermediate, because I've done the beginners already. So if you haven't seen the 1 hour beginners from the book, please do go and check that out, because I did that a week ago. And then May 2nd, I'm going to do all the intermediate exercises. And people are telling me they're finding them very, very difficult. And I think, it's kind of a sign of the times, really. We're all a lot less active than people were 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And so that's my kind of mission, is to get everybody to be more active, feel better in mind and body. Okay, so that's enough of that. I'm going to go straight onto the chat. I can see it's whizzing away there. We're busy this morning. Or this afternoon. So thank you very much to Cheryl in Virginia for your donation. Thank you, Cheryl. If I'm looking up, it's because I've had slightly moved around my camera. Kerwin helped me redo the studio just to make things a little bit easier for me. So my camera's in a slightly different position, so I'm just getting used to that. But it's all good. Cheryl's got a question. Cheryl says, "Hi, Rachel. I have a tight outer calf muscle just below the knee. No stretch seems to help that outside part of the calf. Can you make a suggestion?" Well, this is a really good one, because, Cheryl, I don't know if Kerwin mentioned, but he has to stretch his calves there as well. So to get to that part of the body, probably there's a couple of ways you can do it. Stretch wise, you can hold on to the leg. Let me go this way so you can see. So you hold on to the leg, and what you do is you flex the foot, and then you turn the foot this way. Can you see? And the minute I do that, it's coming all the way up through the side of the leg. So you can do it like that, hold it straight. If you want to increase it, you can start to, oh yes, that's quite strong. You can take the leg slightly across. That will hit you right on the outside of the calf, Cheryl, where you want it. So give that a go. And yeah, let me know how you get on with that one. Thank you very much. And just going down the chat, say hello to Carla. Hello, Carla La Bombards. Lovely to have you here. Nice to see you there. Hello to Marlene Brown in Toronto. Hi, Marlene. Lovely to have you. Izzy. Hello, Izzy in Washington. Denise McCall in Edinburgh. Lovely to see. Wow, there's lots of people here today. Robin in Zurich. Well, we're very international today, aren't we? Lovely. Bridget, lovely to see you as well, Bridget. Oh, you've got your Pilates friends in Portland. Well, that's very nice. Hello. Hi to Lars Larson, Millie Feliciano. Thank you very much, Millie, for your donation. Much appreciated. Jefferson Correa says, "I'm a Brazilian instructor of Pilates." Oh, thank you very much for your compliment, Jefferson. You really enjoyed the class, so thank you very much. Sue Campbell says, "I just got back from a 4-mile hike in the snow, so I'll save this one until tomorrow. A happy snow day in New Mexico." Oh, wow. Well, we don't have any snow. We just have rain, rain, rain. But it's always like this. March, April in the UK, you're guaranteed rain, guaranteed. It's always like that. Izzy, you feel great. Thank you very much, Izzy. Much appreciated. And thank you, Izzy, for your donation. That's very kind. And as I always say, your donations really do help keep this channel going, because I have tried not to go down the route of many people, which is to have an app, which I charge for. If you're here on YouTube, you can do this for free. But if you do donate, your donation helps keep the channel going. It's what funds the equipment, the cameras, and all the stuff that you have to do this job now, which is a job now, because I pretty much am working on YouTube every day. Even if you're not seeing me every day, I'm working on it behind the scenes, creating videos, editing shorts. I would encourage you all, if you haven't yet, have a look at my shorts. I'm doing a short every day in March. So it's a 1-minute video clip, and each one of them is either a tip on exercise or a suggestion why a certain exercise is good for you. So do have a look at those, and if you can, press the like on that as well. It's the same thing, it's that little heart button, but that all helps me, you know, change the algorithm or something in YouTube, which helps get me more subscribers, which is what I'm aiming for. And it's so lovely to have you here. So if you've not been here before, thank you for coming today. It's really, really good to have you here. And I think it was about 115 people when we were doing our workout. So that's really fabulous. Patty Smith. Hi, Patty. Thank you very much indeed for your donation. Lovely to have you here. Hello to Anna Campagno, who says, love seeing this live from North America, Pacific Coast. Great class. I'll look forward to doing it again from the recorded session. Thank you very much, Anna. Well, if you ever want to do live and you're over the other side of the pond, I do this time every Monday, and it's always a 30-minute session. So thank you very much indeed. Susan Mitchell says, another fab band workout. Thank you, Rachel. Just what I needed to stretch out all the problematic areas that occur after playing tennis. Oh, I'm really glad that felt good for you. So well done. Yeah, we did quite a lot of functional exercise today, everybody. So functional as in we were really working particular muscles to improve the function overall of those muscles and your lower body. So hopefully you're all, I know I'm feeling that, hopefully you're feeling that. The lovely Regina, hello Regina, lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for your donation today. Cheryl from Virginia says, I really enjoyed that class. Oddly enough, the constant ache I had in my tight calf feels much better after all that muscle burn. Maybe stretching wasn't the answer. Well, it's maybe, Cheryl, that you just needed to kind of really fire up the body and get the blood flow going. Sometimes that can really make a difference. And we also, in the session today, I also did quite a few calf stretches because we were doing our single leg stretch, if you remember, with our foot flexed. And every time your foot is flexed, you're essentially stretching your calf. So that could have had something to do with it as well. But you've worked that whole lower body, so that's brilliant. And you're not feeling the problem in your calf. So even better. Robin Newcomb, hi Robin, says, like that one, Rachel. Did feel a bit of cramping, but you mentioned that. Yeah. You can get a little bit of that, but well done. Patty says, hi, Rachel. Thank you for this great workout. I really don't like squats. I had my knees replaced almost 20 years ago, but squats have always hurt. This is a great alternative. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you, Patty. And yes, there you go, everyone. So it's a classic case of people think that, you know, if you have a knee replacement, hip replacement, you know, you just have to eliminate exercise. That's not true. You just have to adapt. And so today was all about showing you a way that you can really work the legs and the glutes without having to do squats, which can often be very uncomfortable on the knees for lots of people. So yes, a really good one to maybe put in your little regular playlist, Patty. But great, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Denise McGrail says, great workout. Thank you. Thank you very much, Denise. Amy, neighbor, says, lovely Monday workout. Thank you. You're very welcome, Amy. Karina Perry says, this is one to add to your femur osteoporosis recommendations. Yes, it is. Karina. Yes, that's maybe why I did it, actually, because I think we were talking about the osteoporosis in the leg last week with you, weren't we? So yes, please do it again. And you're still feeling the burn. Good. And good in a nice way. You know, I mean it in a nice way, Karina. Well done. Izzy Prana Yoga says, have you done any videos with a foam roller? Yes, Izzy, I've got a Pilates with a foam roller. If you look in my playlists, if you go to the playlist just under my header and you put in workouts with props, that's where I've got all the workouts I've done that are with different props, whether it be resistance band, magic circles, softballs, loop band. And I've only got the one 20-minute roller workout. And I must do another one because I think personally, I love the challenge of having to balance on a roller. But yeah, check that one out. I've got, I think it's called Pilates with the foam roller. It's a 20-minute one, and it's in the Workouts with Props playlist. Nora M says, thank you so much. I learned so much from you. Oh, thank you, Nora. I'm really glad to hear that. And lovely, lovely, lovely to have you here. Tara, hi Tara. This is Tara Surridge who says, oof, felt that. Any suggestions when it comes to doing swimmers with arms? Can't seem to lift my arms, lol. Right, great question. Great question, Tara. It's a really difficult one. I find a lot of people, men and women across the board, find that difficult. And my tip for lifting the arms is to work one side of the body at the time to build your strength. So, for example, I've got my right arm out. With my left arm, I'm going to place that underneath my forehead. And then I'm just going to practice trying to lift opposite arm and leg. What you can do is just do the work on the arm also, Tara, if you want to kind of really focus on how to engage. Often what happens is people who have tension in their shoulders and they lift their shoulders, it's almost impossible to lift your arm if you haven't got your shoulder in the right placement. And the other thing you can do, which does make it easier, is to have your arms a bit wider. So if I go this way for you, Tara, traditionally the arms are here, but if you take them out, you can generally draw those shoulder blades down, and then you can do the movement. And you can try the movement like this, sitting up or sitting in a chair to start with, and just get the feel of everything working, because you're working all your upper back muscles and your back of your shoulder. And for a lot of people, that's an area where they need to kind of strengthen. So that would be my little tip. Either work one side at a time, lying down in the normal position for swimming, or try sitting up and doing it while you're sitting up, doing like I can do it just here like this. It's really, really tricky actually, isn't it? But yes, that would be my tip for you, Tara. Judith D says, I found the beginner's 1 hour lesson from the book really challenging. However, my upper back feels amazing after doing it, and I feel more upright and less hunched now. Love today's workout too. Thank you very much, Judith. Yes, in the book that I wrote, I've done pure, what I call the pure Pilates, the original Pilates, the classical Pilates, some people call it, as it was pretty much. There's been a few adaptations that I put in, but pretty much as Joseph Pilates did it in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, etc. And it is very challenging. And I think there's a kind of a mindset that I always try and explain to people is doing beginner Pilates doesn't necessarily mean you're a beginner to exercise. You may be a beginner to exercise, but you may have done lots and lots of exercise of various types or sports, but you still need to start with the beginner. And that's because, and as you can see, Judith, there is a real technique to doing these exercises and doing them correctly. And when you get that technique, you really do feel it in your body, don't you? And I love your comment there about how you really felt it in your upper back. I'm so, so glad to hear that, because that is one of the big things with Pilates. It really does improve your posture because it strengthens your upper back. Much like the swimming we were talking about with Tara, you know, that comes slightly later in the book, but that again, it really does strengthen the upper back and the shoulders. And Joseph Pilates, he even in the 1947, he wrote a book, and he was talking about how everybody was hunched over and walking around like this. And I'm thinking, what would he think now with us all with our mobile phones and everything else going on? So yes, keep going with that, Judith. Keep doing it. And I'm very, very proud. Well done. I'm really glad that that felt good for you. Susan Mitchell, thank you very much, Susan, for your donation today. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you. Millie Feliciano says, I do your workouts every day and all of them are wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Judith, thank you for your donation. Much appreciated. Suda Pinter says, hi, Rachel Cohen and Boo and Buddies. I missed the beginning, so I'm going to watch the chat and look forward to doing this later. Well, welcome to the chat. Lovely to have you here, as always. Sharon Levitt, hi, Sharon, says, can't wait to do this workout. Yes, Sharon, leave me a comment after you've done it, because if you guys like these workouts with the bands, I've got hundreds of versions and exercises that I can do. I was talking to someone the other day about it, and they were saying to me, it was a fellow instructor, they were saying, how do you come up with all these ideas for exercises? And I think it is that, obviously you all know my age, I'm getting on, I'm old, I'm 58 now, but I've been doing exercise since I was 3. So essentially I've got 55 years of movement practice behind me, and that isn't necessarily pure Pilates. I've been doing Pilates for 23 or 24 years now, but I started out doing dance, all different types of dance, ballet, contemporary, jazz, tap, stage, modern. I did some Irish dancing, some Scottish dancing. I did all kinds of stuff. I did gymnastics when I was at school. I did netball. I did athletics. You know, I've always been someone who's enjoyed movement. And I've tried all different types of movement. I do yoga, all kinds of stuff. And I think when you've done so much movement, you kind of get a feel for kind of what feels right. And of course, with all my Pilates certifications and studies, which were very solid, very extensive, and I'm still doing now, you learn so much more about technique and muscular structure and the best ways to fire up muscles, get muscles to activate, all that kind of stuff. So I try and put all of that into our weekly workouts and give you a little bit of that flavor each week. So thanks all for that, Sharon. Melissa Howell, hi Melissa, lovely to have you here. Thank you very much indeed for your donation today. Your glutes needed that, did they? Good. And you know what, Melissa, you could just go do that again. Whenever your glutes are feeling in need, go and do that workout again. I've also got another workout on the channel you might like, anyone who enjoyed today, it's called the lower body workout. It's not with a band, but it's very much focused on all those muscles we targeted today. So do go check that out as well. Tara Starr says, thank you so much, Rachel. Very informative. We'll definitely try what you suggested. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Melissa Howell says, love the band, but challenging. Yes, the bands are challenging, aren't they? Even today, my band was a relatively light one, but I can certainly feel my glutes have woken up today. There we go. Anyway, that's it for today, everyone. Just a quick shout out. Please, if you've got an Instagram account, do go and follow me over there as well. It's called The Girl with the Pilates Mat on Instagram. I try and post at the moment. I'm doing a daily post, which is the short. So if you're not looking at YouTube, you can look at it on Instagram. Do go check that out. And do keep an eye out on my community page as well, because that's where I post any little bits of news. And if you like exclusive news that I don't post anywhere else, then those of you that donate via Ko-fi, if you follow me on Ko-fi, then you get those little extra bits that I post every now and then. And I'm trying to post those a little bit more often. All right, super. So there we go, everyone. That's it for today. I will be back same time next week, 4:30 UK time, for another workout. And I'll have a think about what we're going to do next week. I can see the glutes is a popular subject. I'll be back also on Friday at 10 a.m. for our regular Friday workout. And don't forget, you've still got that playlist going on, the March playlist, Get Fit in 31 Days. So if you do get the opportunity, you're not already on there, do go and do that as well. All right. So thank you for joining me. Have a brilliant day, a fabulous week, and I'll see you soon.